The headline that landed on the front page this week is simple: House narrowly passes a stopgap spending bill, but the fight over a potential government shutdown is far from over. On Tuesday, Republican legislators pushed through a continuing resolution that keeps the federal government funded through early December, well ahead of the usual last-minute scramble that happens as the September 30th deadline looms. The House approved the measure 220-205, a tally that followed the expected party lines but also featured a handful of Democrats against their leaders. Speaker Mike Johnson addressed reporters at the Capitol and made it clear that this move isn't meant to be a victory lap. He said, "There's nothing they love more than a government shutdown," as tens of millions of Americans head to the polls in November. By betting on a clean, early continuing resolution, he's giving the Democrats a chance and opportunity for both sides to stand up for crucial policy points. 6 Democrats, all of whom are battling tough re-election campaigns in November, crossed the aisle to sign the bill. The votes came from Representatives Kathy Castor of Florida, Henry Cuellar of Texas, Don Davis of North Carolina, Jared Golden of Maine, Vicente Gonzalez of Texas, and Gabe Vasquez of New Mexico. Republicans were largely in lockstep, but Representative Thomas Massie of Kentucky was the lone GOP member to vote against the measure. While the House has decided its path, the Senate remains uncertain. Majority Leader John Thune of South Dakota signaled that he will try to bring a stopgap bill to a vote before senators leave Washington for an August break. However, he acknowledged that the bill could be postponed until September, pushing the debate back against an already crowded midterm campaign calendar. The core of the Democratic opposition is policy, not politics alone. Representative Rosa DeLauro of Connecticut, the top Democrat on the Appropriations Committee, emphasized that a continuing resolution must give Congress clear authority over spending and should not contain poison pills. She specifically pointed out that the current bill does not ban the president's immigration crackdown and therefore fails to meet the standard of a responsible fund-keeping measure. DeLauro declared that a resolution needs to exclude any restrictions that would hand over authority to the executive branch. Both chambers of Congress are currently negotiating over spending levels for the upcoming fiscal year. The lawmakers are discussing 12 individual appropriations bills, but almost no one anticipates that many of them will be passed before the September 30th deadline. The stakes for 2024 are high, as a government shutdown would be a political shock ahead of the midterm elections in which both parties are fighting to protect incumbents and to push policy agendas. As the dust settles from this House victory, the next chapters will play out in the Senate, with debates that could further delay the next fiscal year's funding. For Americans, the immediate outcome is that the federal government is staying open through early December, so federal employees won't see a payroll gap, and services will keep running. But the battle for funding is far from over, and a broader conflict over policy and fiscal responsibility remains. Thank you for listening to this quick rundown. Stay tuned for more updates as the Senate takes its turn and the political drama unfolds in the days and weeks ahead. Until next time, I'm your host. Keep listening for the latest on the evolving government funding saga.